Mr. Bean was hungry after his walk. There was a little time before his train left. He put some money into a vending machine. The machine took his money and the end of his tie, too. It started to pull the tie up. Now Mr. Bean's face was against the front of the machine. He heard something. My train is leaving, he thought. He pulled and pulled. The machine was strong, but Mr. Bean pulled his tie out. He ran, but he was too late. He watched as the train to Keynes left the station. Mr. Bean was ready for the next train. This was exciting. He asked the man to film him as he got on the train. The man put down the drinks in his hand and took the video camera. Mr. Bean smiled for the camera and walked slowly to the train. The man tried to film this, but something was in the way. Again, said Mr. Bean. He walked to the door again, but this time he walked into the man's drink. Again. Mr. Bean smiled for the camera. Yes, everything was okay. He took the camera back and got on the train. The man turned and picked up his drinks. But suddenly the train doors closed. Open the door, he shouted to Mr. Bean. But it was not possible to open the door now. The train started to move. The man ran next to the train and shouted, "Stop!" Mr. Bean filmed him with his video camera. A boy on the train started to shout to the man. He was frightened. The man was his father, and he wasn't on the train. "Get off at the next station," the man shouted to the boy in Russian. Mr. Bean sat opposite the Russian boy and smiled. The boy, Stepan, gave him a long and cold look. He was alone in France because of this stupid man. Mr. Bean moved his ears up and down. Stepan just looked. Mr. Bean started to make funny faces. The boy hit him. At the next station, Mr. Bean woke up and looked out of the window. The boy was off the train now. He sat alone and waited for his father. But then a big man with a drink in one hand started to talk to the boy. Mr. Bean didn't like the look of this. He ran off the train and gave the man a long look. The man walked slowly away, and Mr. Bean got back onto the train. He looked at the boy and started to say goodbye. Then he saw something in the boy's hand, his video camera. Mr. Bean ran off the train for his camera. But then, oh no, the train started to leave. He turned, but it was too late. The door did not open. Mr. Bean watched as the train left the station with all of his bags on it.